Back on Rain Island, thousands of green sea turtle mums lumber their way down to the beach after giving birth. While most of the turtles make it safely to the water, others aren't so lucky. Just as it is with the baby turtles, the trip back to the water for the mothers can be just as perilous, especially for the older ones. Despite hosting the world's biggest green sea turtle population, the geography of the island itself presents a number of physical hazards, especially at low tide. Sections of the foreshore are surrounded by jagged rocks, which create a natural barrier difficult for the turtles to navigate. This turtle mum wants to find the quickest exit to the water, but sometimes the shorter route can be riddled with danger. Navigating a safe passage to the beach can be a life or death decision. Tired and exhausted, she drags her huge frame across the sand. Disoriented, she heads the wrong way, straight into a dead end. Incredibly, these turtles have no reverse, so there's only one way out, and that's forward. Trapped, she's now at the mercy of Mother Nature. Immobile and baking in the hot sun, it's a recipe for disaster. Eventually, and sadly, she's overcome by the tropical heat. Life is so fragile, with the margin for error sometimes so minute. In a tragic scene, these turtles have fallen from a small ledge. Turned on their back and unable to right themselves, the turtles have no chance, and literally cook in the heat. With so many turtles crammed into such a small island, casualties are just a fact of life. While many turtles perish, this determined mum refuses to give up and battles on, desperate to reach the ocean. Somehow, she manages to stumble her way through the maze of rocks to make a remarkable escape. Sometimes cruel and unjust, life on Rain Island can be so unpredictable. Thankfully, the vast majority of turtles find their way safely to the water. Once they reach the ocean, the turtles rest and recuperate. The mass procession back to the water is a remarkable phenomenon. The sheer number, a sight to behold. Free from the island, the turtles head off on a long 3-year odyssey before they'll once again return to nest on Rain Island. One of the Great Barrier Reef's most intimidating predators is the bull shark. This group of sharks circle the edge of an island reef. They also live in shallow water along the coral coast and in the coastal rivers. What makes the bull shark so unique is his ability to thrive in both salt and fresh water, which allows them to travel well upstream. He's just as happy hunting in murky inland rivers as he is out in clear water along the reef. The name bull shark comes from the shark's stocky shape and broad flat snout. Aggressive and unpredictable, they're always on the lookout for their next meal. They're also known to attack each other, with this male's stump fin likely the result of an encounter with a fellow bull shark. Normally a solitary hunter, when food is plentiful, they gather in schools and hunt together. Fast, agile predators, they'll eat almost anything they see, including other sharks. The remoras are never far from the action. They love to feed on the scraps left over by the sharks. Adolescent bull sharks spend a lot of their youth in the brackish river system, where they're isolated from ocean predators. While the inland rivers may protect them from other sharks, it exposes them to an even bigger threat: the saltwater crocodile. This hungry 4-meter salty is in no mood to share his patch of mud with a young bull shark, and he waits for just the right moment to stamp his authority. The crocodile strikes a savage blow, crushing the small here in the Great Barrier Reef's coastal river system. It's the crocodile who reigns supreme. This magnificent, regal-looking fish is the lionfish. Cruising the waters around Hinchinbrook Island, with her feathery spines and zebra stripes, she cuts a striking figure. She might look harmless enough, but like so many creatures that live on the Great Barrier Reef, she's not a fish to be taken lightly. Just like her relative, the stonefish, her exotic-looking spines are highly toxic. She doesn't use them for hunting. The spines are purely a defense mechanism to ward off intruders. She's also a proficient hunter. Using her feathery fins to distract, she lures this curious fish closer. Before striking with lightning speed. With a large mouth, she swallows the fish in a single gulp. It's all part of the dramatic cycle of life being played out right across the living reef. The most common sea snake found on the Great Barrier Reef is the olive sea snake. Growing up to 6 feet, he's well adapted to life on the reef, weaving in and around the maze of coral around Lizard Island. He likes to keep close to the island and rarely ventures out into the open water. Despite their docile demeanor, he's a strong swimmer, and he can go hours between breaths at the surface. The sea snake is shadowed by his partner in crime, the coral trout. The two form an unlikely alliance, with the trout looking to catch prey stirred out of hiding by the snake. Like long-lost friends, they can spend hours foraging together for prey. Always on the lookout for small fish, he'll hunt day and night. He's got few predators, although the tiger shark is one. And despite a lethal bite, he's no match for the might of the tiger. Not every snake on the Great Barrier Reef lives in the water. Many of the islands are also inhabited by snakes. The largest of them all is the coastal python, also known as the carpet snake. Pythons are found in tropical rainforests along the coral coast and out on the islands. This 3-meter python patrols his island home looking for frogs, lizards, birds, and small mammals. He's as comfortable climbing trees and rocks as he is crossing open areas and foliage along the beachfront. Pythons are non-venomous, so he kills his prey by constricting and then swallowing it whole. Like most snakes, he's an ambush hunter and waits for his prey to pass by. Sneaking his way through the undergrowth, he spots a small wallaby and moves closer. But the wallaby senses trouble. Awake to the threat, the wallaby quickly moves out of harm's way. Slithering his way through the lush fauna, surrounded by an abundance of food, this Great Barrier Reef island is a snake's paradise. Like his nemesis, the python, the allied rock wallaby also calls this island home. These unique wallabies thrive out here on the Great Barrier Reef, in the pristine setting of Magnetic Island. Small, agile and sure-footed, the wallabies survive in the rocky terrain and dense vegetation, where they overlook idyllic reef waters. Her subtle colourings provide camouflage, making her difficult to see amongst the rocks. They don't like to travel far and tend to live and breed in familiar surroundings. She's perfectly adapted to her rocky environment and moves quickly and surely across the uneven terrain. Her ability to scale rocks and leap is what sets her apart from other wallaby and kangaroo families. Making great use of her powerful feet and tail, she almost defies gravity, moving effortlessly from one rock to the next. The pads on her feet are thick and highly granulated, allowing her to grip the hard, steep surface. The long tail also acts as a counterbalance and a rudder. This doting mum keeps her curious Joey well out of harm's way. He'll stay in the pouch for up to 6 months. She often hides the young Joey in the rock crevices while she goes out to forage for food. By the age of 1, he's completely independent of mum. The allied rock wallabies of Magnetic Island are one of so many amazing animals, calling the Great Barrier Reef home. While the saltwater crocodile is better known as a river dweller, it's not unusual for them to venture offshore and to visit neighboring islands. Sometimes their decision to head offshore is not by choice. Due to the aggressive territorial nature of crocodiles, many of the adolescent crocodiles are forced away from the river system and sometimes out into open ocean. Prolific swimmers, he's equally at home out here in the ocean as he is in the brackish river system. Back on the coast, this group of mature crocodiles leave the beach in pursuit of a favorite meal. It's turtle hatching season, and they have a special island location in mind. Saltwater crocodiles have been known to swim hundreds of kilometers out into the Great Barrier Reef. They can survive for long periods in salt water without eating or drinking, and they can travel vast distances using ocean currents to carry them along. After an exhausting journey, the hungry crocodile finally reaches the island and rests in preparation for the big night ahead. As the sun falls, thousands of baby turtles make their way out of the nest. Instinctively, the crocodiles have timed their island arrival to perfection. Oblivious to the danger ahead, the turtles march blindly towards the ocean. The crocodiles lie in wait, ready for the feast to begin. While some of the turtles reach the safety of the water, others walk straight into an ambush full of teeth. easy pickings, with the feast continuing well into the night. Life can be a game of chance. As luck would have it, these baby turtles timed their run to perfection, managing to avoid all the carnage. Under the cover of dark, with no birds circling, and with the crocodiles full, it's a free run to the safety of the coral sea. For these lucky ones, it's the start of another epic journey here on the amazing islands of the Great Barrier Reef, a living treasure.